I have 3 boys myself, and that is very important. However, if I don't make my
Where's their
community
father?
better, for I'm sorry?
It is.
They're with their father right now, and I don't think that's any of your business. If I'm a strong single woman and I choose to be one, that's none of your business. I'm getting the job done for my 3
Giovanni,
sons.
come on down.
With
No,
that, I'm
it's
going
an
to
important
exit
point.
this because I'm getting ready to tell him off on camera.
This is a video of a leftist activist here in Baltimore City. I think she was running for office at the time, Giovanni Patterson. He's a conservative activist in the city, and he was running as a Republican. And he posted a Facebook post basically talking about how one of the major issues within the Black community, because Baltimore is predominantly Black, is fatherlessness.
From Giovanni Patterson. Someone asked me, well, what have you done for Baltimore? My answer is simple. I'm an active father to my children. Why is that important? Our communities are suffering because of the destruction of the family unit, not the lack of activism and so-called community involvement. Everything hinges on raising and grooming children that are able to think and do for themselves. Independence is contagious. Don't get me wrong, there are other things I do, but they're not done to answer the question, what have you done? They're done out of humility. Too many of our elected officials get by on their, quote, what they have done responses, then go take advantage of the citizenry, expecting you to look the other way because they've scratched your back. Now you need to return the favor.
And he was talking about that in a post, and an unhinged leftist saw it, and then this is where you are in this video.
He's disgusting to me because who thinks that if you just mind your business and raise your children, that Baltimore is going to be okay? See what you are doing or have done. And you brushed it off and said it doesn't matter because then people will hinge off of what I have done as a point of record. And the most important thing is I can take care of my children. I have 3 boys myself, and that is very important. However, if I don't make my community better for my children, what a disservice I'm delivering to them.
Where's their father?
I'm sorry?
It is.
They're with their father right now, and I don't think that's any of your business. If I'm a strong single woman and I choose to be one, that's none of your business. I'm getting the job done for my
Giovanni,
3 sons.
come on down.
With
No,
that,
it's
I'm
an
going to
important
exit
point.
this because I'm getting ready to tell him off on camera.
Okay, so you see what she was triggered her. She was triggered. You heard she say, I'm a strong, independent Black woman, and I choose to raise my kids independently. And when he asked, where was the father? She said she had to get off because she was about to cuss him out, pretty much. Why? If you ask where the father is, why would that be triggering to someone is beyond me. But you heard in the beginning, she was reading Giovanni, who is a conservative, his post on social media talking about, the best thing he can do for his family is to be a father. She said that was disgusting. Why would she say that, Shelley?
I mean, I don't know why that would be disgusting to any woman. 99.99% of women want fathers for their children. Even single mothers want fathers and strong male role models for their children. So I don't know why that would be disgusting. I do know that Kelly, I think she's a little twisted in her own thinking because she's this strong, independent Black woman. But more importantly, that statistics card that was shown at the end of that clip, these are the challenges and the problems directly correlated from the lack of fathers in the home, particularly in Black children. Black families, Black people in general, we are still at the bottom of the socioeconomic scale. When you don't have fathers in the home, particularly children, but boys even so, their education goes down. They tend to be more violent. They have lost economic opportunities. They tend to go into gangs and alternative lifestyles, if you will. All of these socioeconomic indicators are in the negative, particularly for Black people when there are no fathers in the home. We need fathers. Single women, you need fathers for your children, whether you want to believe it or not. No, you cannot be the father and the mother. You're the mother, and then there are fathers. It's a shame. It's shameful for our community that we don't have more fathers in the home raising their own children, whatever, making a family, because it ultimately hurts the children 10 times more. It really does.
Yeah. And what's happening is these women, predominantly Black women, are being used by the Democrat Party because they're emotionally trauma. They have emotional trauma. And instead of them fixing that, getting to the root cause of that trauma, they choose to go it on their own, not have men in their lives. They choose to do it on their own. They can raise these children, bring these children into the world. And the Democrat Party encourages this because then they know that these women will eventually need government assistance because it's much harder to raise a family, on your own than if you had 2-parent households. And it's a grift. The Democrat Party preys on these individuals. Yeah. They want them single. They want them unmarried because they know that, one, they'll probably be more inclined to support abortion, which is their number one ticket. Mm-hmm. Number two, the second one is LGBT. So these emotionally trauma damaged women, they can't find a man, so they usually get the next thing. They licking and slicking carpets. And these are alternative lifestyles. And generally, most of them are not religious. That's against Marxism. Democrats are pushing Marxism. These people are more prone to Marxism, more prone to want government handouts and things like that. This is the bottom line. I mean, you may not want to hear it, but it's the truth.
The largest voting bloc in the Democratic Party are single women, and even more so single Black women.
Yeah.
Single Black women. And so that should speak volumes. When you don't have a father for your children, you open yourself up and your children to a whole lot of vulnerabilities. Now, again, I know some of you are going to say, well, there's some men. Yeah, I get it. There's bad women. There are bad men, right? I get it. I call them evil spawn. Some of the children are just evil too. However, the majority of the time, it works in the best interest of the woman, the family, the children, the community. That's just a fact.
Yeah, and the crazy thing about it, though, is a lot of these women are very bitter. They're very bitter and they're miserable. And again, the Democrat Party plays on this. They're trying to push this as normal. They're trying to push this as mainstream, and it is not. The normal, it is an alternative. It is a last resort. It is not something that we should be a goal to raise children without fathers. It's not. Widows are one thing. Right. Things happen, but this should not be the main goal of our society, to raise children as single mothers. It should not. I mean, I think Candace Owens did a show on this a couple weeks ago talking about there's this whole thing going around now where this is a thing to I forget the name of it. It was like raising single on purpose or something like that. Single moms on purpose or something like that. This should not be. And the crazy thing is it was something that was really pushed in the Black community, but now it's starting to creep over as a normalcy in the white community as well. So we're giving a disadvantage. Yeah. We're bringing them in a disadvantage.
And then some of those same people or people types will have the audacity to say the government needs to give me this, or the government owes me this. The government's supposed to take. Well, if the government is raising your children, if they're feeding them, clothing them, educating them, housing them, then the government owns your children. Well, I mean, hell, what say do you have?
Right. And it's not, it goes against natural order. It goes against the design, not only that God has for us, but the animal kingdom. I mean, you need a male and a female to raise healthy children. Now, again, I know things happen. I understand that. But we have gone from accidents, we have gone from alternatives, right, to that being the goal.
On purpose.
And it's a perversion, it's Marxist, and it is ruining our society because now we are creating a generation of men, really men, but also women that are damaged.
Right.
They are damaged. And let me tell you this, and I'm going to let you go. I am a product of a single mother.
Me too.
I was raised by a single mother.
Me too.
But my mother always, that was not the goal.
Exactly.
She did not say this is the...
this is what you do.
This is
was with the way you do it. It wasn't promoted.
Right. It was not promoted. It was not promoted. And she tried to instill in us that for us as young women to go out and you want to find, well, you have a husband find you. This is what the natural order of things. But now that's all out the window.
And sad to say, KJ, in a lot of black churches, the opposite is preached as well. And so I think this is where why a lot of black, particularly black single women, they get reinforced in promoting this on purpose, having children without a father, without a husband mindset, because a lot of churches actually promote that.
Yeah. And again, this was something that my mother continued to say it's not easy. Exactly. It was not easy.
Exactly.
And she made it clear that it was not easy. But this is how the Democrat Party is the grift. Because then they try to provide government assistance. They try to provide with the culture, movies saying, glamorizing single motherhood, glamorizing this. And so they create a lie. It is a lie that they are then trying to pass on from generation to generation.
Making it look good.